Alright, so the other day, for the first time, I tried this Budweiser Chelada Clamato. I was in there the other day and saw a guy getting one, and I'd seen him in passing, and I'd seen reviews that were not generally favorable. Sounded kind of weird, but it is all things that I like separately, and some things I like together. So weird stuff's kind of my jam. I figured I'd give it a try, and I liked it quite a bit. Quite a bit more than I would have expected, even. Not that I really knew what to expect. I mean, just everybody I'd seen trying it, making videos, did not seem to care for it, but, you know, to each their own. You know, I'm not one to take people's word for something without trying it myself generally, so I did, and I don't regret it. But I did also see this Modelo Chelada, and just the regular Modelo is a beer that I enjoy fairly regularly on its own anyway. So inarguably a better beer than Budweiser, so there's no question on that. So I figured I'd give it a try. Difference being, this one doesn't seem to contain any of the clam juice, which I wouldn't. I would think if I were going to make one myself, I probably would opt to include it. But having only had the Budweiser, I not really sure I know the difference. So that's why I got them both to try them side by side. Same price. I mean, I would pick Modelo over plain Budweiser any day if I would ever even pick plain Budweiser. I mean, it's not, you know, terrible, but it's not even my first choice amongst, you know, big macro lagers. I'd pick Busch before I'd pick Budweiser. And it's not terrible, or like PBR, or, you know, again, not terrible, just kind of unremarkable, consistent, I suppose. So anyway, I wanted to try them side by side to see which one I preferred, knowing that I enjoyed the Budweiser. So I suppose I'll start with that one. I got some hot sauce and some tahini if needed. I did add quite a bit of hot sauce to mine when I tried it the other day. It says to rotate the can but not shake, and I don't know if I did that last time. So yeah, I still get no smell of the clam, or very little if any. So but yeah, it's definitely got a, I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely got a, like a texture to it. Maybe not for everyone. It's not like you gotta chew it or nothing, but it's got a texture and mouthfeel. I'm getting a stronger tomato flavor than last time, but still I don't think anything on the clam end. Modelo's darker. Has a spicier smell to it. Probably more pronounced tomato taste. Maybe a bit more lime too. As much as I am surprised to hear myself say it, I think I prefer the Budweiser. Reason being, neither of them you really get much taste of the beer beyond the carbonation and the dilution of the whatever the tomato mixture. There's a bit more of a general savoriness to the Budweiser, which I would have to imagine comes from the clam juice. I certainly could see that being a factor. The Modelo tastes more like a carbonated tomato soup. Not necessarily in a bad way, but yeah, I'd have to imagine that the clam juice adds a depth to the flavor and a bit to the mouthfeel, like almost like a oiliness, but not in a bad way. If you don't like clams or allergic to shellfish or whatever, maybe probably best to avoid it. But so I mean, it's good that they have an option without. But yeah, that really surprises me because I do generally enjoy Modelo fairly regularly. It's not my first choice, but it's probably my second choice. First being Yingling. So if I'm gonna get a mixture of beers, generally get 24-ounce cans, usually Yingling and Modelo, or lately I've been switching up with maybe like a Sapporo here and there, which is not bad. Not remarkably different from like Modelo or any other like decent American macro lager. More towards like the Pilsner ends, I suppose, than like a Yingling. Lighter in color, lighter in flavor and texture, but not bad. Maybe a little bit of a metallic taste sometimes, but not enough to keep me from trying it. Just for a change of pace from time to time. So I don't know if I could tip these enough that you can see it, but you can just see from the residue on the glass and there's like a thick, oily ness to the surface of the Budweiser one. Not in a bad way, but definitely has a thicker texture. Again, not in a bad way. Try them both with a little bit of hot sauce. Yeah, I would say the Modelo's inoffensive, but I don't think I would ever get this again. The Budweiser is much, much better. And again, I think that has to do with the, texture and mouthfeel, and I guess like an umami or savoriness from the clam that you can't really, I guess you detect its absence in the Modelo more than you detect its presence in the Budweiser, if that makes sense. And I've never had Clamato before, but I have had like the jars of just the clam juice or brine. At least tasted it, and it's fine. I mean, I do very much enjoy clams and shellfish and seafood and just that essence of the sea that they offer. So yeah, I'm glad I tried them both, but I'll just stick to the regular or the dark Modelo, usually just the regular. Yeah, I suppose if I didn't like or couldn't eat seafood, I would maybe go for the Modelo. But even so, I think I would probably just prefer to try to give a shot at making it myself, which I think would probably be preferable anyway, because you could do as much or as little and whatever you want in it. I was thinking it'd probably be good with a little bit of horseradish in it. But the only horseradish I have is like a mixture, like a horseradish sauce. I was at the produce market the other day, and they had like whole horseradishes, but it would take me forever to get through one. But yeah, I'm glad I tried it. Probably put more hot sauce in it. I didn't try the picante Budweiser, and I probably won't, because I'd rather just add my own and make it my own. But yeah, glad I tried them. That's about it.